Hi friends, I'm Laura Elaine and I'm back with a new video for you this week on how to care for stainless steel cookware. So I want to talk about two different categories of caring for your stainless steel. The first one is cooking and the second one is cleaning your stainless steel cookware after you've used it. First thing is when you are cooking with stainless steel, you want to be sure that you preheat your pan on a medium-low temperature and you don't just, one, stick it on a really high temperature, or two, put it on your stovetop and then dump food in it right away. That can lead to stickiness and it won't act as non-stick as if you preheat first without any food in the dish and make sure it's on a medium-low temperature. You want to bring the stainless steel slowly up to temperature and not just rush it. Secondly, when you're getting ready to put food in your pan, you want to season your pan by adding either some oil to it or some butter or something like that, and that helps season your stainless steel, giving it a little bit more of that non-stick finish. If you're trying to figure out if it's ready to add food to it or not, you can note if your oil is shimmery, or you can take some water and drop it on the pan and see if water droplets sizzle, and then you have an idea if your pan is preheated and ready to cook with. As far as utensils that you use on your stainless steel cookware, you do want to be kind of careful. You want to use either high quality silicone utensil or wood, like bamboo wood utensils, or you can use stainless steel, but you might scratch your stainless steel. If you have like a brushed finish to it and you're using stainless steel on your stainless steel, you might scratch the brushed finish. It's not going to affect it other than the cosmetics, so you can use stainless steel utensils on your cookware, but know that it might cosmetically diminish the aesthetic beauty of your stainless steel if you're concerned about that. Plastics, I find, melt quickly because stainless steel itself is not a great conductor of heat, but depending on the stainless steel cookware you own, you probably have either a 3-ply or a 5-ply, and that means that there's different layers of different metals. So a 3-ply would probably have maybe an aluminum core or some different type of core, and then it would be sandwiched on the outside with stainless steel, versus a 5-ply would have stainless steel on the outer layers and then probably aluminum on the inner 2 layers and then a copper core in the very middle. If you are using plastics as your utensils to cook with, they can just melt more easily and more quickly, and plastics also produce toxins when you're cooking, and so I just don't really recommend using plastics while you're cooking. But you know what? I own plastic utensils still, and I'm not going to say I don't own those or that I don't use them, but I'm not going to recommend them either. Next tip for your stainless steel cookware is when you are done cooking with it, you want to let the pan cool down and take it off of the heat before you attempt any type of cleaning with it. So let it cool down by removing it from the heat. Don't add water right away, especially don't add cold water right away. Just remove it from the heat and let it cool down before you try to deal with it. Even if it's a really messy pan, even if you've browned or seared, steaks or something in it and it's got food stuck in it, just take it off of the heat and let it cool down. And then I briefly mentioned this, but again, do not remove from heat and immediately put cold water in it. You might run the risk, if you do that, of warping your pans, and you don't want to warp that. Depending on the quality of your stainless steel, you might see warpage sooner than not, but don't just stick cold water on a hot surface. Not a good idea. So those are my cooking with stainless steel tips, and now I want to move on and talk about how do you clean your stainless steel cookware after you have used it. The first thing is, if it's really especially dirty, if you have seared steaks and you've got browning bits that have stuck to the pan, or you've cooked eggs and it wasn't seasoned well and your eggs have stuck to your pan or something like that, then after your pan has cooled down, add warm water and just let it sit. If it's especially dirty, just water. You don't even need to add soap at this point. Just add some warm water and let it sit and let water do its work. If it's not an especially dirty pan or it's had a pretty nice non-stick finish to it and you've seasoned the pan properly after preheating it properly, then once the pan is cooled down, then go ahead and just use a dishcloth and warm soapy water and wash it like normal. And as far as tools to use when you are washing it by hand, use a nylon scrubber or those plastic like Pampered Chef squares, those plastic squares that you can scrape food off without scraping, a brushed stainless steel finish or something like that. You can also add a splash of vinegar in the water if you're trying to remove rainbow stains. Sometimes stainless steel will get a little bit discolored in the cooking process or from previous uses if it hasn't been washed and dried this certain way, then it'll kind of start to look discolored a little bit, and you can clean that up and restore the shine just by adding some vinegar, a splash of white distilled vinegar to your warm water with dish soap, or you don't even have to have the dish soap. You can just use the vinegar and water and it will restore that original shine to it. And then you do want to make sure you towel dry your stainless steel to prevent water spots from forming, or if you have hard water buildup, if your water's really hard and you're getting like white filmy stuff on your cookware or anything, try some white distilled vinegar with that. And then, like I said, make sure you towel dry your cookware to prevent water spots. And those are my cleaning tips. As you can tell, I do recommend washing your stainless steel cookware by hand. You'll have to read your instructions manual if it's dishwasher safe. Personally, I hand wash all of my larger dishes, all of my larger pots and pans and things like that because I do want to preserve the life of them. And both stainless steel and cast iron can be lifelong pieces of cookware in your kitchen as long as they're cared for properly. I hope these tips are helpful to you, and if you have any additional questions about how to care for your stainless steel, or if you own stainless steel and you've had a different experience, or you can recommend other products, please let me know in the comments below what you think or what you've found out or experienced. Or if you've never used stainless steel before, drop me a comment and let me know. Let me know if you're interested in it or if it sounds like too much work for you, too much extra, and you're going to stick with your nonstick pans. And if this video has been helpful for you, please give me a thumbs up down below. I appreciate that. And if you're new here, I just wanted to say I'm Laura Elaine, and I talk about healthy living, homemaking, motherhood. I love to learn, and I love to share what I'm learning with others. Thanks so much for being here, guys. See ya.